Dancehall artiste Gully Bop recently succumbed to a long-time illness. Gully Bop rose to prominence on the reggae dancehall music scene in the mid-2000s with a string of hit songs, such as Mad Over We and Bad Like We. Gully Bop was an inspiration to many up-and-coming dancehall artists, since he was able to prove that age is not a deterrent to success, once the song and the time is right. This lesson was meaningful to underdogs since Gully Bop achieved his fame while he was in his 50s. The artiste had been fighting addiction problems for many years, and became homeless. He also struggled with mental issues and was living below the poverty line, doing odd jobs and peddling for money. However, Gully Bop had a change of luck in his late 40s, closer to 50, when he was recorded singing a dancehall song he made while working in the trenches of Kingston. The video recording showed the artiste wearing tattered clothes, with his teeth in poor condition, visible signs of being a vagrant. However, the shocking image of the video gained much attention on social media. As people wanted to know who was this person, many were also curious about his life and the fact that he had some form of music talent, outside of being a vagrant. The perfect Cinderella story. Following the viral success of the video, Gully Bop was sought after by many Jamaican producers, who yearned to monetize his clout. However, beating all to the chase was record producer Gutty Bling, who operates Claims Records, also based in Kingston. After a string of quick recordings, Gully Bop rose quickly on Jamaican charts, benefiting from shock value in his viral moment. He was added to the Dancehall Reggae Festival Sting's lineup the same year, and joined forces with Ninja Man, Kip Rich among others. He was the fastest emerging artiste to ever close the event, and was later managed by Sting Festival's co-promoter Heavy D. Heavy D later used his connections to get Gully Bop a United States visa, and money started flowing from overseas shows. However, as the money started to grow, so did Gully Bop's ego, and he then started to get into issues with his management. Rumors also started to swirl that he was once again abusing drugs, and was losing thousands of dollars within days of getting it. Some people close to his circle revealed he was using his earnings to buy illicit substances, while others alleged that he was giving away his money. Nevertheless, a thriving career in music gave him a chance to travel Jamaica in its full length, visit several countries, drive nice cars, rub shoulders with many acclaimed celebrities, be featured in local and international newspapers and television stations. He was living the life of a star. He even got his own apartment, and for the first time in over 20 years, he was not homeless. However, all of this overnight success was about to come to an end, when he started to put his trust in the wrong women. Gully Bop's fame also pulled the attention of gold diggers who were after his money and clout. Leading the pack was Shauna Chin, who was a beautiful younger girl who positioned herself as Gully Bop's manager and girlfriend. Shauna Chin was pretty, and was a stark contrast to Gully Bop, who was old, said to be impotent, and had no teeth in his mouth, due to decay. Therefore it was clear to the public that the only way a woman would be interested in a man like this was due to money. Shauna Chin, who had no experience in management, then proceeded to alienate professional producers and managers from Gully Bop's team. This so she could position herself as the main beneficiary of his earnings. They then began to get less shows and poor production from record producers, since she had no expertise and experience in the music business. Aside from going viral on social media for relationship gimmicks, there was little Shauna Chin could have done, or did, to enhance Gully Bop's career. As the ship further sank, and the money began to dry up, Gully Bop and Shauna Chin went their separate ways. Now Gully Bop, who spent years homeless, and yearned for a woman's love, then met, and began to date another gold digger, called Amari. Now Amari was older than Shauna Chin, but just as thirsty for money and attention. Being a failed artiste herself, Amari used Gully Bop to gain fame. But the couple had issues with conflict resolution, and would often get into fights while spending time in the United States. Those conflicts would climax in the late 2000s, which saw Amari making a grave decision to call the police on Gully Bop. Once the police were called into the situation, the artiste was swiftly booted from the country, and never again made to set foot on American soil. While returning to Jamaica seemed like a glimmer of hope, Gully Bop found it hard to return to his former glory. He and his producers were now at odds. His previous team had no interest in making amends, and as such he tried aimlessly to get his groove back, all of which fell on deaf ears. His fanbase had abandoned him. A few producers tried to salvage what was left of Gully Bop, for example publicist-turned-producer Carl Durant. However, it was like beating a dead horse. Gully Bop's time had came and went like a flicker of a flamethrower machine, and so the artiste slowly disappeared into obscurity. After years of being silent, videos started to circulate the internet in 2021 of Gully Bop once again in the trenches of Kingston, suffering from poverty, all his money gone. His health seemed to have deteriorated, and many fans pleaded for his former handlers to help him. However, many had seen what helping Gully Bop turned into before, and they were not ready to make that sacrifice yet again, for a man who they now saw as ungrateful. Many saw his demise as karma for switching up on people who gave him a chance, all because of women. While many also saw him as a person who had it all and made silly decisions. As time continued, Gully Bop gradually became more sick and helpless. And as such today, October 31, 2023, he succumbed to his illness, leaving some fans in sadness, while others expected his demise. And there ends another tale of a man who lost his glory due to indiscipline and the urge to put his trust in women. So as men, it's important to be leaders, be disciplined and do not make decisions based on emotions. Sleep in peace, Gully Bop.